Good morning, students. In this video, I will going to explain image compression. That is the fifth unit in the digital image processing. So here different topics. The first one is redundancies in images, compression models, fundamental coding theorem, Huffman coding, arithmetic coding, bitplane coding, run length coding, transform coding, image formats and compression standards. So here what is image compression? Image compression means to reduce the amount of data required to present a digital image. So that means here, so of course you know that image is represented in a matrix form. That means if image is of size m by n, so here if I take 8-bit image, that means intensity resolution is 8-bit. So here in the image, each pixel is represented in 8 bits. That means if the image has m into n elements or pixels, m into n into 8 bits are required to store the particular image or to transmit the particular image to store or to transmit the particular m by n size of an image. It needs m into n 8 bits. That means here if I take 100 by 100 size of an image, that means 100 into 100, 10 square into 10 square, 10 power 4 pixels are there, 10 power 4 into 8 bits. 8 bits means 1 byte. That means 10 power 4 bytes are required. 10 power 4 means 10,000. 10 kilobytes. 10 kilobytes of memory is required to store that particular image. If you think about this, if you want to store particular single 100 by 100 size of an image, very simple and very low size, low contrast, low resolution an image, low size image, then it needs 10 kbytes of memory. But now, if you take an example, one phone, that means here by using that phone, we can take lot of pictures using the camera, lot of videos. We can store that videos or image, and also we can receive particular images and videos. Am I correct? That means particular phone memory size is very large. Then only you can do this type of storage and transmission. Am I correct? But actually here, particularly our system firstly compress the particular image or video, then only it just stores in our phone memory. Otherwise, our phone memory is not sufficient to store the particular images, lot of images, a lot of videos. Am I correct? Right. So that means what is the image compression? We should reduce the amount of data required to represent a digital image. This is the goal of the image compression. Why this image compression? What is the need for compression? For mainly two purposes. One is storage, another one is transmission. To store the particular data, to transmit the particular data. See this. Here image is there. I am using compression techniques. Then I can store that image in the storage device. And then after compression only, I transmit that particular image, and then in the receiver, this one is the transmitter, this one is for the receiver. In the receiver, I just decompress the image, then I can retrieve my original image. So this is the process here actually. So here the main goal is to store and to transmit the particular image. What are the different compression techniques? We should concentrate on that. Okay? Right. Now, image compression, different techniques. So, we have lossless techniques, lossy techniques. What is lossless and what is lossy? Lossless compression techniques means information is preserving. So that means here I am compressing my image. That means I reduce the number of bits usage to the particular pixel. Then only I can reduce the amount of data required to that pixel or to that image, and hence to that image. That means if I reduce the number of bits to that means if I reduce the number of bits per pixel, actually there is a chance to miss the particular important information. In such a case, I may lose a certain data in that. I may lose a certain information. That means picture clarity may affect. So here lossless means no losses. No losses. No losses means total information is preserved. So there is no effect on the picture image. Image quality should be remains the same. That means here in that case that compression ratio is very low, then there is no change in information or picture quality. In such a case, that compression technique is called lossless. That means here amount of data required is less. That means here some compression technique is used, but loss is very less or no loss. No losses in the image. Now coming to the lossy compression technique. Here compression ratio is high. Remember this point, I will discuss that one later. Remember, in such a case compression ratio is high, but information is not totally preserving in the image. That means some quality, picture quality is less when compared with this technique or when compared with the original image. But here compression ratio is high. So what is this here? If you observe this one, if the information is preserved, compression ratio is low. If the information is not preserved, compression ratio is high. That means there is a trade-off between these two. These two. What are they? Information loss and compression ratio. Do you want better compression? That means if do you want more amount of data? Do you want more amount of data should be reduced? So you may compromise on the information or picture quality. In such a case only, you may compress the image with the less number of bits. Other than that, if you want the whole information should be preserved in the image. In such a case, very less number of bits are reduced. Right? So that means here, for very important, that means applications or for an image, that image is very important. We should preserve the information here. In such a case, by using this lossless compression techniques, that means using low compression ratios, you can use the techniques, right? Like medical images. Suppose medical images, if you want to send or observe that particular medical images, if some information is lost, that is affected to the patient, right? That means the patient diagnosis method. So in such a case, information cannot be lost. So we can use the lossless technique, right? So okay. If other than that, if you want to store particular normal images, if you want to send the particular images, if you want to save the memory, right, memory or storage space, then you should compromise on the picture quality, right? Now coming to this one, and of course you know that in YouTube, if you want to see one video, so if you want to preserve the particular data storage, right? So data here, so 1 MB is required, 200 MB is required for this, like that. So here for a plan, suppose if amount of data is uh, uh, is I mean is very important. In such a case, what we can do in YouTube, so there is a one option. What is that? Low quality, medium quality, high quality, HD, like that. So what do you do? It is not an important particularly. If you want to save your data, so what we can do? So just keep that. That means what is that position? Option. Take the option. What is that? Low quality option. So then low quality means, so that means amount of data required to see that particular video is less. Then your data also in saved mode, right? So we are doing that one in regular real time, right? So here coming to this one, so data, information, both the same? No. Okay, here data and information. So here data and information, both the words are different, not the same. Observe here. So here these are not synonyms terms, right? So data is the means by which information is conveyed. So here data compression aims to reduce the amount of data while preserving as much information as possible, right? So don't confuse this with the data and information. So which appears like both are similar, but actually data, in the data we have the information. So you should convey the data. You should convey the data with some information. That means here we convey or transmit the particular data here, but we should preserve the information. So that means here what I said, if we convey the data with a less number of bits, that is nothing but compression with no change in the information, without change in the information, right? So that is our main aim. Data compression aims to reduce the amount of data while preserving as much information as possible. So now coming to this one, an example. Here, so here consider the same information can be represented by different amount of data. See this. So here data is there. In the data, certain information is there. Here we are representing that data in different ways without disturbing the information. See this. First one, your wife Helen will meet you at Logan Airport in Boston at 5 minutes past 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So full information, so data is there. So that is the data. It contains this information. Now, your wife will meet you at Logan Airport at 5 minutes past 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Here name is missing. So right? Now coming to this one. And Logan Airport place also missing. Now example 3. Helen will meet you at Logan at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So okay, here information is there with different data, amount of data, right? Okay, now see this example. See, when I am taking here one still image, that size is 1200 by 1600. M by N means M is 1200, N is 1600. 1200 by 1600 by 3 byte is nothing but. So why this 3 byte? This is one RGB image. RGB image. In RGB image, each pixel is stored with 3 8 bits. 3 8 bits. 3 means here 1 for red, 1 for green, 1 for blue. So if I take 8-bit image, that is the RGB image, each pixel is stored in 3 8 bits. That's why here 8 bits means 1 byte. So 3 byte. Now here the resultant one is this one. Now shortly 5760k byte and again megabytes. That means 5.76 megabytes. Okay. So to store this image, right? So how much amount or how much data is required here? 5.76 megabytes. Right? Now the size of the 2 hours standard television movies. Right? So see this 720 by 480. So here 720 by 480 standard television, that means that is the size, this one picture size. Now here is a movie, it's 2 hours movie. Now do you see this calculation? Suppose that is 30 frames per second, right? So here how many frames are there in a particular second in the video? 30 frames are running per second, right? 30 frames per second. So here 30 frames per second and each frame range is, what is that, picture size is 720 by 480 pixels by frame, and each pixel is stored in 3 8 bits, that means 3 bytes. So now calculation means here like this. So these bytes per second. So here per second, so here this is the number. What is about 2 hours? 2 hours means convert that 2 hours into the seconds. So here 2 into 60 into 60, right? So now this one. So now here this is nothing but 224 gigabytes. 224 gigabytes. Right? 224 gigabytes are required to store the particular 2 hours standard television movie. Right? 2 hours standard television movie. That means how much? 224 gigabytes. Observe. So without compression, so is it possible to see so many videos with 2 GB plan, daily plan? No. So for 2 GB daily plan, we see lot of videos, right? Lot of images and lot of video calls, and some data is stored and some data is transmitted. Is it possible? How can it? How can all this possible here? In what way? That means here the compression plays a major role. If without compression, we cannot save the data memory. So that's why here we should do the compression. So now here 27 8.5 GB dual player DVDs are needed to store one movie, right? So 2 hours movie. Okay. 224 gigabyte means if you want to watch that movie by using certain DVDs, so each DVD may contain, dual player DVD may contain 8.5 GB storage. Now to see the particular 2 hours movie on a single DVD, we need 27 DVDs. So that means here, so what is that? So observe the problem now. So what's going on actually? In your one DVD, you may see three movies. Am I correct? That means here if the each frame must be compressed on average by a factor of 26.3, then only you can see this 2 hours movie in a single DVD. Right? 26.3 factor. If you compress the each frame, then one single DVD is sufficient to see the 2 hours movie. Okay. The compression must be even higher for high definitions televisions where image resolution reach 1920 by 1080 by 24 bits per image. Right? Web page images and high resolution digital camera photos also are compressed routinely to save storage space and reduce transmission time. For example, residential internet connections deliver data at speeds ranging from 56 kilobits per second via conventional phone lines to more than 12 megabits per second for broadband, right? Okay, that means speed also improved if you reduce the data. Okay, now see this compression ratio. Compression ratio is a very important performance metric for the compression, right? By calculating this compression ratio, so you may know that how much compression has to be done here, right? So how much compression we can do for this image, we can observe that one easily. Now say this data set 1, that means image. So this is that means compression technique. So just apply some compression technique on the image 1. Now we can get the output image, that is a compressed image. So obviously here compressed image means it contains less number of bits when compared with this one. So let it be this one n1 carrying bits, here n2 carrying bits. Now here what is the compression ratio? It is denoted as CR, that is equal to n1 by n2. n1 by n2. Input image number of bits required divided by number of bits required to store the output image. I repeat, number of bits required to store the input image divided by number of bits required to store the output image or compressed image, that is nothing but compression ratio. So take the another performance parameter for the compression, relevant data redundancy. Relevant data redundancy is equal to 1 minus 1 by CR. So here CR is the compression ratio, the reverse of compression ratio, then 1 minus of that value gives the relevant data redundancy. So here observe the example. If CR is equal to 10 by 1, so here that means compression ratio is 10 by 1 ratio. So that means N1 by N2. So here if the compression ratio is 10 by 1, then what is RT? 1 minus 1 by 10 is equal to 0.9. What it means here? 90% of the data in data set 1 is redundant. Redundancy means irrelevant repetitive information. Irrelevant repetitive information. So that means here if we use one compression technique, then you can reduce the number of bits for that image. Then such a technique has compression ratio 10 by 1. Then the relevant data redundancy is 0.9. In such a case, 90% of the data in the image 1, input image, is redundant. Right? Now, if N2 is equal to N1, then of course compression ratio is 1. If this is 1, redundancy is 0. That means there is no compression. So 0% of the data in the input image is redundant. So that means there is no compression. If N2 much less than N1, compression ratio is infinity, then RT is 1. That means 100% of the data is redundant in the input image. Right? So in this way we can estimate. Right? So you can observe the compression technique efficiency. Okay, thank you.